listen, to be fair to you, Mr. Souness, my cappuccino mate, you have been right all along here to call for Ronaldo to start.
Hold on.
Rather than...
Oh, head in, backside, extract.
Rather than be an impactful sub off the bench.
How difficult a shout was that?
Well,
I must admit, Ronaldo, that's a really difficult one to say, yeah, he should be playing. But can I just read something to you?
Go on.
If Ronaldo never scores again, and Haaland also plays till he's 38 years old, Haaland will have to score 43 goals a season for the next 16 years just to level Cristiano's record.
It's not bad, is it?
43 goals a season for the next 16 years.
Yeah.
What does that say about him?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why, and I say this, he can sit in the room with anybody that's ever played football and said, you know what, I think I'm the best player ever.
Do you think he's been the best player ever?
I've always leaned more towards Messi, and I said, you know, they're the two best ever for me. And I've always
played against Maradona,
but I think longevity comes into it, Jim. You know, if Maradona had been playing today and different influences, he would be talking in the same breath, I'm sure. But because of the longevity, and I think I'm now. See, Ronaldo has done it in the big leagues, hasn't he? Messi's huffed and puffed in the French league. He's obviously did the business in Spain, and did the business in the Champions League, which for me was taking the argument away why he wasn't such a player for Argentina. But he's still playing against the same players in the Champions League every fortnight and making them look like schoolboys. So for me, Messi is always whatever you want to say about him. But Cristiano's done it in, what's that, 3 leagues now? Spain, Italy.
Well, he's done it here. Yes, yeah.
So whereas Lionel Messi has only done it really. I'm okay, he's having a good year this year.
But what
France,
about
league?
Why do you say about longevity for Maradona? I mean, Maradona dragged a very unfashionable Napoli up to win the Serie A, won a World Cup, carried a national side into a World Cup, and carried them single-handedly to win the World Cup. Yeah. Why do you place Ronaldo above Maradona, because
I think longevity is a big part of it.
Cruyff or Best?
I think George Best comes into that category.
Me too. Me too.
You know, I think you'd be talking about him. But you know, if you've been a true worldie for 4 or 5 years, and then you compare that to these guys who've been there for 20 years.
That's true.
That's my argument.
I mean, you're talking longevity.
In terms of quality,
his return.
Good argument.
Yeah, in terms of quality.
It's a solid argument.
Yeah, you know, Maradona, Ronaldo, Messi, but it's one of them. It's one of those two. They two are the greatest ever for me. Jim, sorry, jumping in. And I've got a boy who loves his football. He's now 23 years old, and I said to him 5, 6, 7 years ago on a regular basis, make the most of this. Make the most of this, because these players do not come along in every generation. You're witnessing two of the greats
at the same time.
The two of the greatest players ever. I think now we can say the greatest ever, the two of them. Enjoy it while it lasts, because there is no obvious successor coming along. There's no obvious one coming along that you're going to go, wow.
I mean, Graham's right, really. When you look closely at it, Simon, how could Ronaldo not be so proud of his achievements at Real Madrid?
I'm sure he is.
6 successive seasons at Real Madrid, he scored 50 plus.
Phenomenal.
In 2014-15, he scored 61.
Phenomenal. I mean, I've always been in the camp of Ronaldo because of his propensity to be able to take himself around to different leagues and to play in the English league, to play in the Spanish league, obviously where Messi's played and spent most of his career up until recently, then to go to Italy and come back to the UK. I think that makes him, in my view, the greatest player, albeit I think in a condensed period of time for 4 years, I think Georgie Best was the greatest player to ever lace anyone's boots, I think.
Well,
or his own boots.
He was lacing his own, really.
Yeah, that's what I meant,
it came down to it. You haven't Ten Hag now, Mr. Jordan. Manchester United 1 point off the top 4. Does he look as if he's wearing the clothing that would make him a top manager here in the Premier League?
It's important to get things in context. Appearances are very important. We judge people by appearances. But the bottom line is Manchester United were better yesterday. They were a better side. They were playing against Everton, who are not a great side, but they can only beat what's in front of them. I thought they were far more compelling. And I think he is either going to find traction with his players, because he's quite blunt. There's no dressing it up from his point of view. Right? He doesn't dance around it and do a soft shoe shuffle around the points he wants to make. He says what he thinks, and I quite like it. Now, that may be a Dutch thing. I mean, Louis van Gaal was a little bit blunt like that, and people will mistake it for arrogance, confidence, belief. It's a combination of all the above. What he is in the business of is trying to turn this football club round and try to overcome the battles that a lot of it's in the media and a lot of it's in the dressing room.
Similarities with Arteta and him. He's having to make a mark. He's having to stamp his authority.
Possibly. I think, but he's an older, wiser man. And, I mean, he's 51, 52 years of age. He's managed for a significant period of time.
Would you like his man management, Simon? There he is. He says to Harry Maguire, nick off, go to Portugal. Go to the golf resort.
But he's injured,
He's
Maguire.
injured, sure, but he's decided, go and clear your head.
But it's a non-decision. I mean, we'll make it into a decision, but if he's injured, it's irrelevant, isn't it? It's not like, go and get yourself together, Harry, because we're all feeling sorry for you. No, he's injured, so what's the point of being around the place? You might as well send him off somewhere else.
If you'd been fit and he was sending him away, well, again, if I was a player, I was fit and I was having a difficult time.
Would you want to step away or step up?
Well, I never had a bad time, so I don't know. I wouldn't.
Is Ten Hag going to buck the trend as to what's happened post Fergie? Is he the one that is going to enjoy a level of success here?
He's given himself a chance because of the way he stands to discipline, and it's my way. Do I think that the players that brought in this year are going to make the difference with them being challenging for the Premier? I don't think so.
No.
I think the ones that brought in.
It depends how you characterise it. Is he going to pick up the mantle from Fergie? Well, Fergie won the league, so the answer is no. Yeah. Not anytime soon, unless there's a decline in Manchester City and others.
Said, whoever comes in has got to get more of those players.
Yeah.
Than the German chap who I can't remember his name. Most people can't.
Ralph Rangnick. Yeah.
He's given himself a chance.
I'm a Norwegian
to improve things, but I don't believe the purchases that they've brought in is going to elevate them to the position that they can be challenging for the Premier League.
Okay, but we're liking what he's doing, and we certainly love what Ronaldo's doing.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.